menunjukkan talenta yang luar biasa untuk NTT bangkit dan NTT sejahtera. Terima kasih, selamat berkompetisi.
Oke, setelah video greetings ini dari para sponsor kita, adik-adik semua deg-degan karena kita akan masuk ke sesi pertama atau kompetisi pertama yang akan diikuti oleh para peserta di 15 sekolah ya. Adik-adik saya berikan waktu ya setengah menit ya untuk mempersiapkan diri dulu sebelum saya memperkenalkan adik-adik untuk disaksikan oleh para juri dan juga para sponsorship yang juga hadir bersama kita pagi hari ini. Baik, silakan adik-adik ambil napas panjang dulu, persiapan dulu, prepare setengah menit sayang. Sebelum saya memperkenalkan kalian semua ya untuk para juri kita. Mungkin ada yang masih kurang atau ada yang mau berdoa dulu, silahkan dulu, saya berikan waktu setengah menit untuk adik-adik mempersiapkan diri dulu. Baik, sudah siap semuanya? Kita bisa mulai ya. Saya sebutkan dulu satu SMA ya yang sudah kita absen dari tadi ya teman-teman semua ya. Siap semua? Para juri dan juga para sponsor. Kita akan memulai dengan SMAN Hare KKE. Ada Maria Yaveliana Noor Nahak ya untuk tempat pertama ini. Sekali lagi SMAN Hare KKE Maria Yaveliana Noor Nahak. Ingat sayang, speech-nya 5 menit, maksimal 10 menit. Saya persilakan adik Maria Yaveliana Noor Nahak untuk speech dan silakan para juri untuk menilai. Saya serahkan waktunya untuk adik Maria dan juga para judges. Silahkan.
My name is Maria Yaveliana Noor Nahak. Can call me Maria. I am representative from Harkakai State High School. The honorable juries, the most respectful committee of speech contest, who are respectful as well, the participant and all of the audience. First of all, let's give thanks to God because for His blessing, we are meet in this occasion in the better condition. I would like to deliver a speech under the title, Preserving Vaksinasi Exoticism. The happiest audience that I love. The trend of tourism progress in the province of NTT actually began to be felt at the end of 2018. The determination of the tourism sector is the main driver of development in the province of NTT by the governor, Victor Buntilo Laiskoda, brought a positive impulse that cannot be underestimated. Even though the potential for tourism attraction in NTT is very varied, but it is really very calming. It is the sharpness of view that can finally confuses us and even confuses the world that NTT tourism deserves to thumbs up. The government needs to advance NTT tourism needs to get full support the community world headline. Giving first place in 3 categories at the same in the Anugerah Pesona Indonesia FP Awards 2021 is a testament to the hard work of the provincial government, which is fully supported by the regional government and the people of NTT particular, paying attention to the passionate development and management of NTT tourism. In recent years, showing a trend of the rapid progress in the field of tourism, the stakeholders and the enthusiasm for traveling by the NTT tourism goals that lead to the welfare of the people of entity. Therefore, it is a draft that entity, especially for the welfare of the local communities that host that management affiliation of entity tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, I feel very happy to be able to deliver a speech about a local tourism, which is known as the best hidden paradise in TTS district, as Nusa Tenggara. I will describe the beauty that exists on Fatunasi tourism in South Central Timor, TTS district that must be preserved. Fatunasi is located at the foot of the highest mountain in Nusa Tenggara, named Mount Mutis. It is also located at an altitude of 1,800 meters above sea level. This means Fatunasi is a cold area. The main gateway to the land is a city and capital of South Central Timor. Deciding to explore Fatunasi land means you must prepare for questioning train, but I can swear that you will not feel bored even though the duration of the journey is quite far. The landscapes in the from hills, forests, meadows, and winding roads are the beauty of the countries in Eastern Indonesia. If you look at the regional income from the tourism sector, the tourism destination in entity are enough to make a real contribution in increasing income and welfare of the local communities. Then, why must Fatunasi tourism attraction as one of 7 tourism estates that are being developed in entity, will pledge winner to the best hidden paradise category in the Anugerah Pesona Indonesia EP Awards 2021. It will certainly introduce Fatunasi tourism at the national and international levels. This means that the increase in regional income and of the welfare of the local communities will experience significant progress. Tourism is an asset of the nation, and as an addition to the countries this will last a long time and be sustainable. It is very important for us to maintain and preserve the tourist attraction we have, as well as what we should do to the tourist attraction Fatunasi, one of the best tourist destinations in this beloved entity. Fatunasi in Timor Islam prepare the natural panorama, which are very cool and comfortable. So, why Fatunasi? Because Fatunasi has the privilege that you can travel in one area, but you can enjoy 5 forms of natural beauty that is presented in Fatunasi. The 5 include 1. Mount Mutis, 2. The bonsai forest, 3. Gladio garden, 4. Umekububu traditional house, 5. Pine forest. In addition to the 5 tourist camps in Fatunasi offer, actually there are others for charms found in Fatunasi such as Marloni, location called Fatunausus, which present views of cliffs that blend with rows of grand hills. There is also Nevo Kainka, a hill Nubui rock mountain, Fatukolen for Otu Princess, uniquely vegetated forest field, which are plants with leaves of various sizes. All this beauty is presented in one tree. Apart from the privilege of Fatunasi through the 5 forms that I described about preserving Fatunasi means making a broad trout in changing the whole party to placing the community as the subject of the management of conversation areas. Logically, in order to nature to be sustainable, people must be happy and prosperous. With the management and improvement of Fatunasi tourist area, it can be seen as an effort to equality development by the entity provincial government or to the community alone. To keep the natural preservation of tourist areas in entity maintained and beautiful and still crowded, tourists, of course, it is their responsibility within the management of the provincial government. To the provincial government not to mention the natives who live in the area around attraction tourists. Here are things that must be done by the manager of tourist attraction. 1. Make a routine schedule to carry out maintenance and cleaning the tourist environment every day, for example, by doing community service. 2. Make street crawlers not to litter by imposing fines. 3. Placing office a number of points to carry out monitoring. 4. Provide appropriate trash bins by distinguishing organized waste. 5. Provide the best service and comfort for visitors. Here are what visitors do. 1. Maintain cleanliness by not littering, whether brought from home or new, like parcels at tourist sites, or if sold, by reducing the use of plastic. 2. Do not age immigrant and do not damage anything. This is around the tourist attraction. 3. Do not commit acts to death and destruction that can reduce the beauty of a tourist attraction. 4. Requesting or reading a direction regarding the rules that apply at tourist attraction. 5. Do not sprinkle anything in tourist spots. 6. Save water and electric usage. Here are what local and provincial government can do as an effort to preserve sustainable tourism alignment. 1. Fixing local tourism destination so that they are marketable. For example, providing tourist facilities at tourists, such as toilets, providing information charms. 2. Holding events or festivals in order to explore the existing tourist charms. 3. Tourist promotion continues to be carried out both through social media, print media, and national television. 4. Planning various stages, including tourism development. 5. Improve the cooperation between the government and the local community, preserve nature tourism. 6. Provide a digital sensing system that can help monitor the safety and security of the environment, the animals, continued in its local residents and tourists from various destructive deaths. The happiest audience that I love. That is all that I can say. I am sorry if there are some mistakes in delivering this speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria Yaveliana Nuarnahak. Thank you, Maria Yaveliana Nuarnahak. It was so amazing. Thank you so much. Selanjutnya dari SMA Seminari Santo Rafael Oepoi Kupang, Alexander Jolong. Silahkan.
Hey, is my voice clear? Apakah suara bisa dengar jelas?
Sangat jelas, Bapak.
My voice. Oke, baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Shalom, and Salam. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namo Swastiastu.
Name is Alexander Blasius Innocentius Jolong. You can call me Alex. I'm a student of St. Raphael Seminary High School. It is a very pleasant occasion. I can stand in front of you in this beautiful day. In this speech, I will talk about human resources and local wisdom as a defense for the sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. Ladies and gentlemen, we all live in a rich and wonderful region, aren't we? We know that the earth has so much to offer, such as the beauty of typography and the uniqueness of wildlife. This makes our area a very promising tourism area. We know that our beloved East Nusa Tenggara has shown its extraordinary and incomparable natural charm, and even raises the name of Indonesia in the eyes of the national stage. The proof is that in 2021, East Nusa Tenggara won first place in 3 best categories of Pesona Indonesia Awards, namely the best water tourism of Telaga Nirwana in Rotendao Regency, the best traditional village tour of Lewuklok in East Flores Regency, and the best hidden paradise of Fatunasi in South Middle Timor Regency. In addition, our beloved East Nusa Tenggara has many other tourism destinations such as Sumba Island, Semau Island, Labuan Bajo, and others. But all of that beauty has to be supported by awareness to maintain and preserve the existing potential. Ladies and gentlemen, all that I mentioned earlier is the main focus of our Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy. By the title of Sustainable Tourism, our country makes a tourism concept that has an impact on social, culture, and economic environment for the present, especially the future, both for local and foreign communities. Similarly, our province of East Nusa Tenggara has collaboration with another private sector and investor that has a potential to support the continuing tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, this will sure bring advantages after advantages for us. First, our wealth and culture will be known throughout the world. The tourists who come to visit will certainly bring a little something they get and share it to the world through the media. Now, focusing on Labuan Bajo, that has planned to be the first-class premium tourism, has shown a surprising data. By the data provided by the head of Tourism and Cultural Office of West Manggarai, Agustinus Rius, in 2018, it shows that although it has not been maximized, the turnover that West Manggarai gets from the tourism sector has reached 34.7 billion rupiahs. This brings us to the second advantages. Along with developing the tourism sector, the profit that we can get in economic sector are also very promising. By these 3 main pillars of sustainable tourism implementation, namely tourism business, economic sustainability, and sustainable cultural, we already achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, now, what should we do? Be proud? Of course, first, we have to be proud. But is it enough just to be proud? No, brothers and sisters, I can say no. To success on sustainable tourism, something that has to be our main focus is future-oriented. All of this is indeed a very good beginning. But a good thing do not only attempt at the beginning. We must have the awareness to engage in developing tourism. So, what we need to improve before is human resources first. How we can do that? Of course, through education. Education has to be optimized. Whose education? Of course, our own education. Because in the next 2 or 3 years, we are the human resources needed and have to able to work to develop every sector of our region, including the tourism sector. Studying hard and always have curiosity about all developing around is the key. Who knows, maybe some years from today, we will be the young investor in developing tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, now something that is not less important is the tourism area itself. In developing tourism, investors are indeed very important. But we must remember, investors can leave. Tourists can come and then go. But something that is remain is the locals and their locality. So, improve the local culture has to be our common focus. The culture, indigenous cuisine, diversity of people, and unique tradition has to be displayed in tourism. So, beside the wonders of the place, there are also various of things that tourists can bring home. Can you imagine? Take Labuan Bajo, for example. When tourists want to visit Labuan Bajo, of course, their first target is to see the Komodo dragon itself up close. But if they lack and experience something that is more than just Komodo dragon, such as friendly people, delicious cuisine, and unique tradition, won't it be a special attraction that has a big impact on sustainable tourism in Komodo Island? Honor guests. Sustainable tourism is indeed a very extraordinary concept. So, this concept should not be allowed to be mere concept. Therefore, we have to work actively from today to developing our tourism. Because we are the locals, something that is remain when investor, government, and tourists may come, go, live, and forget. So, if we just rely on them, sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara cannot be achieved. So, that is my argument. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi Santi Om. Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, shalom, and salvete.
It was awesome, Alexander. Thank you so much. Sebelum kita masuk ke peserta berikutnya dari SMK Kencana Sakti Kupang, kita lihat dulu video pemberian semangat berikutnya dari salah satu sponsor kita. Silahkan.
Halo, saya Abraham Paul Lianto, Ketua Kadin Nusa Tenggara Timur, sekaligus anggota Dewan Perwakilan Daerah Republik Indonesia. Saya ingin mengucapkan selamat bertanding pada event English Speak Competition yang diselenggarakan oleh Pos Kupang beserta para sponsornya secara virtual live. Di era globalisasi 4.0, bahasa menjadi sangat penting di dalam berkomunikasi. Oleh karena itu, saya sarankan kepada adik-adik kita, pertama, utamakan bahasa Indonesia. Yang kedua, lestarikan bahasa daerah. Dan yang ketiga, kuasai bahasa Inggris di dalam berkompetisi. Terima kasih, selamat bertanding, Tuhan memberkati. Salam.
Hai putra-putri NTT dalam mengikuti English Speech Competition. Anda adalah yang terbaik di dalam proses mengikuti kegiatan ini. Berjayalah Anda di dalam mengarungi aspek kegiatan yang sifatnya di dalam membahasakan bahasa internasional, yaitu English Speech. Anda adalah putra-putri terbaik yang sudah dipilih. Tinggal Anda menentukan di dalam proses prestasi. Karena bahasa internasional adalah bahasa diri Anda, dan pergaulan internasional adalah bagian daripada proses yang Anda lalui dan Anda lakukan. Selamat dan sukses, dan berjayalah Anda dalam kompetisi ini. Jaya dan NTT berjaya.
Kita lanjutkan ke peserta ketiga, SMK Kencana Sakti Kupang, Teresa Taena. Kami persilahkan.
Tes. For honorable judges, respected audience, and everyone here today, Salam, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him we are all able to attend this contest. Secondly, may our hope be delivered to our Lord Jesus Christ, what brought us from the darkness to this bright modern era that we live in today. Last but not least, I'd like to thank to the judges for giving me this very special opportunity to complete this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Teresa, and I am from Kencana Sakti High School, standing here in front of you all to deliver my speech. I hope you all feeling as amazing as I am right now, but not really. I'm a little nervous, but I am not here to tell you but when I'm feeling. Instead, on this great occasion, I will tell you about building sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. Now, before I deliver my speech, I want to tell you about my perspective on what tourism is. Tourism is the travel activities for various reasons. Someone just want to try new things, travel with family, and then self-healing, or maybe go on business trips. Tourism includes many things like accommodation, transportation, culture, tradition, and other things. Tourism, the act and process of spending time away from home in pursuit of relaxation, recreation, and pleasure while making use of commercial provision of service. As such, tourism is a product of modern social arrangement beginning in 17th century. Ladies and gentlemen, as one of the provincial government superior program today is tourism. East Nusa Tenggara is getting sexy in the view of the world of travelers. East Nusa Tenggara province government is committed to synergize between central government and regional programs, especially in the field of tourism in order to strengthen Indonesian economy in the future. To further accelerate the development of tourist arrival in the province of East Nusa Tenggara, then it has made various and marketing activities of tourism to build some new branding of East Nusa Tenggara through 5 top events. Ladies and gentlemen, as the two area of the world, East Nusa Tenggara is getting sexy in the view of the world travelers. East Nusa Tenggara has also become a tourist magnet because of wealth of natural tourism, historical tourism, cultural, culinary, sport, shopping, and among many tourist objects in East Nusa Tenggara, the two of them are very well known in the world, namely the natural tourism Komodo Island and Kalimutu Lake. Well, maybe some of you have ever been to try trekking to Lake Kalimutu in Ende, Regency, Flores Island, or Komodo Island precisely in Manggarai, Regency. But maybe some of you still dreaming to visit it, right? Okay guys, me too. But there is also the most famous tourist spot, especially in the Kupang city, namely Lasiana Beach. Oh, the sunset is really spoils the eyes. You can find local food, stages, accommodation like homestay, and more interesting things. Everyone, building sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. Why should tourism in East Nusa Tenggara be sustainable? Because sustainability exists continuously to prosper all Indonesian people, but especially in province of East Nusa Tenggara. Now, I like to ask one question. Have you ever thought about how to make tourism in East Nusa Tenggara develop? Well, I have. Maybe like we can introducing our culture, doing event, preservation, tradition, and for example, traditional musical instruments that are well known to foreign countries, like Sasando from Rotendao District, Rote Island. Now, before closing this speech, I want to tell you about my perspective on something. One day, I read some tourism book by Tourism Office of East Nusa Tenggara. This book really gave me a new picture of tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. And I have visited several tourist destinations in East Nusa Tenggara. And in my opinion, not all tourism destinations have a good road, facilities, access, and infrastructure, which can reduce tourist interest in visiting this tourist destination. So for the question of how develop sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara, I think there's a recommendation or it could be a mission for the province of East Nusa Tenggara. The first, realizing East Nusa Tenggara towards a prosperous community based on inclusive and sustainable development approach. The second, improving tourism development in the improving the context of empowering of people economy, building East Nusa Tenggara as one of the gateway and center of national tourism development. New tourism priority. The third, improving the viability and quality of infrastructure in East Nusa Tenggara, like developing of facilities and infrastructure to support and provide experience to tourism. For example, there's a new project in East Nusa Tenggara, but especially in Kupang City, named the Kupang Culinary Center, such as the construction of gazebos, stages, more beaches, park, and several other interesting spots. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. I'm sorry for the connection. It's maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much, Teresa. Berikutnya, SMAS Bina Karya Atambua, Alexander Klau. Kami persilahkan.
Shalom, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. To boost respectful chapters, the committee all lawful participants in speech 2021. My name is Alexander Klau, and I am in 10th grade of Bina Karya Senior High School. Before I deliver my speech, firstly, let us say is the God. Because of his blessed we all can gather in this place today. Ladies and gentlemen, in this good situation, I would like to deliver my speech about 30 minutes Nusa Tenggara, especially in Belo Regency, with the title Small Paradise of Belo. Why is I like that? Because Belo Regency has so many beautiful tourism places. There were beach, waterfall, and mountains. Today in my speech, I am going to tell you about one of them. For information, Indonesia is one of country has many beautiful tourism and tourism places from Sabang and Merauke. And I am very proud of that because one of an amazing and beautiful place is in my city. It's famous known as Flat Fan. Ladies and gentlemen, Polar Fan is the most beautiful place among so many fantastic places that exist in Belo Regency. Polar Fan was like in the desert of Lakan Mountain, and we can see the grand grass around there. And in Pulau Fan, we can see the herd of wild horse under the blue sky, and north from their visitors so many beautiful cactus plants. So, this reason why Philippines becomes small paradise for visitors visited this place. Philippines located as so this reason why Pulau Pheang became small paradise for visitors who visited this place. Pulau Pheang, located in the far from Atambua, this place is easy to reach. We only need about 30 minutes from Atambua by fishing. We can enjoy beautiful scenery side by side on the wider. This is why Pulau Pheang became this most favorite spot for many travelers. Another reason why Pulau Pheang became favorite spot is because the beauty of Pulau Pheang the national awards. For example, in April 2021, Pulau Pheang got over tourism awards as nice and recommended place to spend time during holiday, and is chosen as one of the best hotline in Indonesia. At the same time, in October 2017, Buri given the award. There were 6 Southeast participants, and until now, the government of Belu is still supporting, and Gift Place remains to be favorite place. Therefore, I am a student who is very proud of the beauty of tourism, and I ask the young generation. I would later be speech. I love you to care and keep our tourism, and this is our responsibility to keep everything we already have. Because truly believe, because I truly believe by protecting and maintaining our tourism environment in Belu Regency, especially in Pulau Pheang, it will become famous just not in East Indonesia and in our country Indonesia, but I believe I will achieve our goal of being known in other countries. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Alumni Speaks helps so many tourism and travel domestic with Pulau Pheang international with interest to come to visit Pulau Pheang. Please to come and enjoy our Pulau Pheang. It's like a paradise. Take care and stay safe and healthy. So, glad and see you in Pulau Pheang sooner or later. Thank you for attention and may God always be with us. Thank you.
Well done, Alexander. Thank you so much. Berikutnya, SMA Swasta Katolik Regina Pacis, Franska Rachel Pascalisa. Silakan. Peserta berikutnya, SMA Swasta Katolik Regina Pacis, Franska Rachel Pascalisa. Kami persilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Salve, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good morning and best wishes to all of us. The Honorable Governor of East Nusa Tenggara, the Honorable the Head of Education and Cultural Department of East Nusa Tenggara, the Honorable the Head of Editor of Tribune Network Kupang Pos, the Honorable Judges, and all the participants of English speech competition. In brief, ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of my speech, let me invite all of us to offer praise and gratitude to the presence of the Almighty God. Because of His love and grace, we are still given an opportunity to enjoy our life as an independent nation, and let us be together with joy to celebrate the 63rd anniversary of East Nusa Tenggara Province. Ladies and gentlemen, on this blessed opportunity, allow me Franska Rachel Pascalisa from Regina Pacis Bajawa Senior High School to deliver a speech entitled building a sustainable tourism sector as a prime mover of economic growth in East Nusa Tenggara. Ladies and gentlemen, poverty is a classic thing that has not been completely solved, especially in developing a country. The problem of poverty is one of the problems faced by Indonesia, as well as East Nusa Tenggara or Nusa Tenggara Timur. As published by Badan Pusat Statistik of Indonesia on March 2021, show that East Nusa Tenggara as 10th poorest province in Indonesia with a poverty rate of 20.99%. Meanwhile, this province has tourism potential which could be useful not only for the tourism sector itself, but more than that, it can be an economic driver in overcoming poverty. As we know, the tourism sector plays an important role in the Indonesian economy. The tourism sector is one sector that can support national economic growth, especially in reducing the number of unemployed, increasing the country's foreign exchange, and increasing the productivity of a country. NTT has become one of the provinces in Indonesia with the largest potential and tourist destination. Why not? Because at present, both domestically and abroad, NTT is already very well known for its natural and cultural wealth. There are so many tourism sites in NTT, ranging from cultural, marine, nature reserve, agricultural, and religious tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, Komodo is an icon of Indonesia, and in 2011, the Komodo Island included one of the 7 wonders of the world. Not to mention the natural beauty of Sumba, Flores, and Timor Islands, which always show the beauty and richness of nature and cultural diversity in NTT, which has made us a province with premium tourism packages. In addition to natural beauty, NTT also has a diverse cultural heritage. One of that is the tenun ikat, or the traditional weaving clothes that are still inherited from the ancestors, are still maintained to this day. Each region in NTT has a variety of the tenun ikat motifs that are no less beautiful than tenun ikat in other provinces. The traditional weaving of the NTT area has been in great demand by the Indonesian people and has even penetrated the international fashion arena. NTT also has an ancestral heritage in the form of the traditional village that vary in each region, and the iconic for NTT are the traditional village of Bena in Nada, Baruniang traditional house of Wairebo in central Manggarai, the traditional village of Ratengaro in southwest Sumba, and also Boti traditional village in Soe. These are the well-known of the traditional village among the domestic and foreign tourists. There are many other cultural heritage that have the potential to boost the progress of the NTT tourism sector. Ladies and gentlemen, the tourism sector was to be the leading sectors in NTT, and the prospective goal toward the era of globalization. We, NTT, are required to compete and increasingly compete with other regions to become a superior and independent provinces. Tourism in NTT is now really a prime mover, the main mover to improve our economy today and in the future. Because with the improvement of the economy sector, the government can begin to address poverty problem in NTT one by one. Moreover, NTT must be able to get out of its limitation and rise to prosperity. Therefore, we as NTT's people must be able to support the government program in effacing the tourism sector in NTT. The efforts that can be made in order to build and restore the tourism sector in our area are by holding a community-based tourism sector development triangle program. This program covers 3 rules from 3 important elements, namely the role of government, the role of private sector, and the role of social capital to collaboration and developing and restoring the tourism, both natural, marine, nature reserve, religious, and artificial tourism sites. In addition, one of the concrete steps we can take is not to throw garbage in any place and take responsibility for maintaining cleanliness and the facilities provided when visiting tourist attractions. Also, in order to build the sustainable tourism in entity, other supporting sectors such as agriculture, education, and health in our area must also be improved. Because without of these sectors are, the tourism sector will not be developed and sustainable. The sustainable tourism development is not based on the paradigm that foreign tourists are afraid to be drained from their pockets. This paradigm will cause tourist destination only for loyal customers, and foreign tourists will feel exploited. We must be able to realign, build, and maintain tourism sites. Therefore, the efforts will be continued to grow sustainably. By pushing the development of sustainable tourism sector, that entity can get out from the poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate the entity anniversary, I will invite all of us as the government, tourism actors, and also as a student, should we promote the entity tourism sites by mastering in English as a medium of communication. It is also to continue learning so that we can compete with other regions in the field of science and technology. By this way, NTT will be a superior province in all aspects, specifically the tourism sector, the leading destination in Indonesia. At the end of my speech, I would like to give my deep appreciation for your attention, and forgive me if there are many mistakes that I do. Happy anniversary NTT, be united of Loba Morata.
It's so fantastic. Thank you, Franska. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Peserta berikut dari Lentera Harapan Labuan Bajo, ada Amanda Patricia Jami. Kami persilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the honorable judges, the committees, and all the audiences. First of all, I would like to deliver my gratitude to God for His kindness and His grace for giving me such a privilege to extend my speech in front of you. I would also like to extend my gratitude for this precious opportunity that you have given to me. Lastly, I want to greet all of my friends, all participants of this competition. It is such a pleasure for me to share the stage and compete with you. My name is Amanda Patricia Jami, and I'm from Sekolah Lentera Harapan Labuan Bajo, and the title of my speech is Youngsters Build Sustainable Tourism. Is that necessary? Ladies and gentlemen, talking about tourism, I believe 100% that East Nusa Tenggara is one area that will be on the mind of all Indonesians. It is also crystal clear that our minds as NTT residents will immediately think of the amazing Komodo dragon, the beauty of Lake Kelimutu, the majestic Wairindi Hill, and the beautiful stretch of Pink Beach, Oe Tuna Beach, and Oe Sapa Beach, the colors of beauty. Of course, I cannot mention them one by one because we are so rich in tourism that the tongue will never stop talking about it. Moreover, in 2019, our beloved East Nusa Tenggara was ranked first in the world in the category of the 10 best value places to visit in 2020 by Lonely Planet, a travel guidebook company and the world's largest digital media publisher. We set the bar even higher, even worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many major changes made by the government to realize sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara, such as developing infrastructure in tourist area, increasing human resources to help build sustainable tourism, and carrying out large-scale promotion. For example, in Labuan Bajo, as one of the super premium tourist attractions, the government carried out a massive remodel in Labuan Bajo, such as making a safari center, building a city park, expanding roads, and even planning the construction of Jurassic Park, which is still a matter of controversy. Another example, in southwest Sumba, the government began to organize the Toda traditional village to become a shelter for tourists and build an information center. These are the efforts that have been made by the government to realize sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. Well, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, does it mean that we have done enough? Having said that, does it mean that we have done enough? Of course not. There are many beautiful places in NTT that are rarely exposed to the outside. And one of them is Southwest Sumba, which I mentioned earlier. It's a shame actually because Sumba has a lot of beautiful places that are very pleasing to the eye. I believe there are many paradises in NTT that we have hidden from the world for too long. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my call to all of you, especially to all youngsters in East Nusa Tenggara. This is our time to take action rather than to sit back and watch. Youngsters have always held the baton for the development of the country. And now we're holding the baton for sustainable tourism development. This is a good time for us to wake up and take advantage of every advancement of the times and technology to promote our place. Youngsters, get up and shout out to the world the beauty of our place. We are grateful to have social media. Therefore, use it to let the beauty of our place radiate. I hope that's even the least we can do. Ladies and gentlemen, Perucha Hutagawa, also known as Trinity Traveler, is a travel blogger who shares live information about tourism on her personal social media account, so that it can help increase the interest of tourists to come to visit our place. Small action that has a huge impact. And it is what we need to do now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here are some things we can do. Firstly, use social media or blogs to Secondly, is to increase our knowledge about culture. We cannot possibly express the beauty of our place without knowing the beauty of it first. Therefore, for us to explore this part so that we can be ready to tell it to the whole world. The third one is to improve our communication skills. Guys, I believe this competition is not just merely a routine event without any purpose. Friends, we are competing yet learning at the same time how to communicate to this world. We are practicing English, and that is our action to support the government in building sustainable tourism in our place, to tell the world our beauty. Last but not least, we are responsible for preserving tourist attraction in our place. Littering and destroying nature is not part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Cruz once said, life isn't about getting and having. It's about giving and being. I think the same is true when we want to build sustainable tourism in our place. We all love the beauty of nature. We love the therapy that nature provides us. However, our slogan doesn't end there. We need the same passion to let the world an open opportunity to enjoy our place and be there to keep our tourism developing. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wish the best of luck for all of us in building sustainable tourism in our place It is Nusa Tenggara, even in Indonesia. Youngsters build sustainable tourism. Is that necessary? Indeed, it's very necessary. Well, that's all my speech. Thank you for your attention. Good morning and God bless us.
Berikutnya, SMAK Frateran Maumere, Andrea Vanessa Hana Bakita. Kami persilakan. Sekali lagi, SMAK Frateran Maumere, Andrea Vanessa Hana Bakita. Kami persilahkan.
My name is Andrea Vanessa Hanabakita, and I'm from Frateran Senior High School in Maumere. Good morning to her judges and all the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, I would like to thank God because of his passing. Secondly, I would like to say to the judges, giving me a very special opportunity to deliver my speech under the title, Welcome to Sika. Indonesian is a country full of the natural beauty. Indonesian is also known as land of thousand islands in the eyes of the world, and each island has its own beauty. So basically, Indonesians have very good tourist potential, and many foreign tourists come to Indonesia just to enjoy Indonesian tours. But currently, Indonesia is facing a pandemic COVID-19 that limits people's activities. For example, work is done at home, study by online, supermarket will close early, and people have limited time to leave the house. Not only that, Indonesian tourists was distracted. Many tourists come to. However, after the pandemic, the number of tourists was destroyed, and many tourist spots were closed. Based on data from Central Statistics Agency, the number of foreign tourists who come to visit Indonesia in early 2020 has decreased. Foreign tourists who come to visit Indonesia in January 2020 reached 1.27 million visits. This figure has decreased by 7.62% when compared to the number of the foreign tourists who come to visit Indonesia in December 2019, which has 1.67 million visits. The decline that occurred in foreign tourist visits to Indonesia is because the recent spread of COVID-19. This data can be seen from the data from foreign tourists come to the airport. Ladies and gentlemen, however, the conditions have improved and Indonesian tours can continue. Indonesia must begin to open registration to foreign tourists who's done COVID-19 vaccinated. According to Diki Budiman, an epidemiologist from Griffith University in Australia, he said that Indonesian tourist spots should open when 18% people have done vaccinated COVID-19. And now, Indonesia is actually 14% target vaccinated to all people in Indonesia. Dark slowly disappears and dawn surely comes up. I strongly believe that Indonesian tourists goes on and improve. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism is one of activities that people have done when they have a free time, maybe with family, friends, coworkers, or others. Some places in Indonesia that have many visitors is Bali, Jakarta, Sumba, Raja Ampat, Bangka Belitung, Lombok Island, and many more places. But Indonesians have many more amazing pets that have Indonesians have pets, including Sika. Sika has many good tourist spots, and I think the culture that Sika still has is the main attraction why many tourists come to visit Sika. Maybe in urban areas, Sika's indigenous culture is not easy visible because have a middle with modern. But people in rural
Buat
areas,
video lagi Pak. Oh, gini Kak tidak sama.
but people in rural areas still maintain sickness-induced culture. Not only that, it has a lot of natural beauty. For example, it has SeaWorld in Wayara that shows underwater charm. Kojadoi is one of tourist village that's won Indonesian Sustainable Tourist Award for Ministry of Tourism and Caribbean Economy. If you want to enjoy Signa's traditional wolf making process, you can visit the traditional tourist spot. First one is Bidang Sina in Watu Gapi and Lupaloran in Nita. This tourist spot is produce many cultural objects. And we have Poka Beach, one of actually places that Sika has. This Poka Beach is have a clean sand beach and clear sea water. And we have Kajulu Beach. Kajulu Beach surrounded by current hills. One of the hills left a large cross. To get to the cross, the local government make a ladder. From the top of the hill, you can see the view of Kajulu Beach that have a white sand beach and clear sea water. And we have Ayumitat Waterfall, Lianiki Waterfall, and Murusobe Waterfall that have a fresh water straight from the mountain. Around of the waterfall, surrounded by many trees. This place is very suitable if you want to relax your stress. And we have Nilo. Nilo has a statue of Virgin Mary, which has 28-meter height, leads to the city of Mount Mary. You can visit this place to praise or you see the view of the city of Mount Mary. It's like blessing. And many more amazing places that Sika has. Ladies and gentlemen, Bali is our past. Lombok, Sumba, and Labuan Bajo is our present. But Sika is our future tourist spot in near future. Ladies and gentlemen, we have so many amazing places that you must visit when you want to travel. Therefore, the local government must have sickness tourists. The effort that we can do is make a promotion. With the development of technology, we can do the promotion by online or social media. Almost all the people have a social media, and almost where activities is done online. In addition, the service must be good to take a good impression to visitors. Our tourism is always open to who want to visit. Come and enjoy our trips. That's all, and thank you.
Andrea Vanessa Hanabakita, that's great. Thank you so much from SMK Frateran Maumere. Sebelum kita lanjut ke peserta berikutnya, mohon perhatian untuk Bapak Ibu guru yang mungkin masih ada bersama kita di Zoom ini, bisa leave sebentar dari Zoom kita dan mengikuti anak-anak kita melalui YouTube Pos Kupang yang sudah dibagikan. Sekali lagi, mohon bagi guru-guru atau mungkin ada orang tua juga yang menyaksikan anak-anaknya lewat link Zoom ini, bisa mengikuti kompetisi anak-anak kita melalui YouTube Pos Kupang yang sudah dibagikan linknya. Jadi bisa live sekarang. Kita mohon maaf karena memang ada koneksi internet yang harus tetap dijaga untuk para peserta. Terima kasih. Peserta berikut, SMK Sanjaya Bajawa, Reynildis Lado, kami persilahkan.
Good morning, all the audiences, the honorable of the juries, all the participants of English speech contest, and all the audiences. First of all, let's thanks to our Almighty God, who has given us mercy and blessing, so we can conduct this virtual competition without any obstacles. In this great occasion, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Maria Diana Biju from Sanjaya Bajawa Catholic Senior High School. I also would like to say many thanks for Kupang Pos and Dinas Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan East Nusa Tenggara Province, who has given us the opportunity to deliver our English speech in order to celebrate the birthday of East Nusa Tenggara Province. Ladies and gentlemen, through this speech, I would like to say a few words about the sustainable of East Nusa Tenggara tourism development. Tourism is a huge industry. It has been an integral contributor for the growth of many countries, including Indonesia, especially East Nusa Tenggara. So, no wonder if many tourists come to visit East Nusa Tenggara for their vacation. Tourism in East Nusa Tenggara as the vital aspect of many sector economies. This is because East Nusa Tenggara has many interesting places, cultures, beautiful natural, like some interesting places in Labuan Bajo, Kelimutu Lake, Oesapa and Lasiana Beach, Hot Spring Mengeruda Bajawa, Bena, and Wairebo Village, and others. It has many several benefits of tourism on our host destination. Tourism boosts the revenue of the economy, creates thousand jobs, infrastructure development, and plants a sense of culture, exchange between foreigners and citizens. There are many jobs created by tourism industry. It's significant in many different areas. These jobs are not only a part of tourism sector, but also includes the agriculture sector, communication sector, health sector, and the educational sector. This is very profitable for local restaurants, shopping centers, stores, and traditional market. Many people in this area are greatly affected by tourism sector. By seeing many benefits and positive impacts of sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara, we must be optimistic that tourism activities can be a solution to get people out of poverty, so that our region can successfully use tourism industry to develop our region. It's time for us and East Nusa Tenggara's government to promote our tourism destination so many tourists come to visit and enjoy it. Besides that, we also never forget to promote that our tourism destination remains hygienic and complies with COVID-19 protocols, so there is no hesitation for them to come. Ladies and gentlemen, sustainable tourism development is actually our effort to ensure the sustainability to tourism itself. Tourism sustainability is not only for economic purposes, but also includes other aspects for life. Therefore, I invite all of us to work together to maximize the immense potential of our tourism to promote inclusive economic growth, preserve the, preserve the environment, to promote sustainable development, and a life with dignity for all. All of that, in turn, will contribute to the ideals of the nation that equitable and prosperous society. Let's increase our understanding of the importance of the suitable development, the prioritization of community welfare through the economic growth and environmental conservation. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my speech about the sustainable of tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. I hope we can massively to promote our tourism destination and infrastructure development. Forgive me if there are any words that unpleasing you in my speech. Good morning and God bless you all.
Maria Diana, you are so amazing. Thank you so much. Berikutnya dari SMA SK Baktiar Sama Umere, Paskaliani Gracia Jemadi. Kami persilahkan.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paskaliani Gracia Jemadi, and I am from Baktiarsa Senior High School. First of all, I like to thank the Almighty God. It is because we are all able to attend this contest. Standing here before you all to deliver my speech, I hope you all feel as amazing as I am right now. So to be honest, I am a little nervous, but I'm not today to tell you about what I'm feeling. Instead, I will tell you about tourism in NTT province, especially in Labuan Bajo. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia is a country that is rich in natural beauty. Almost all regions in Indonesia have their own natural beauty. Of the many natural beauty, there must be one that become our favorite place, where we always include it in our travel list. Personally, I especially like the natural beauty in the province of NTT, especially in Labuan Bajo, where these natural beauty are well developed and preserved to become a tourist spot that is visited and liked by many people. Labuan Bajo and its beauty make me amazed by the many tourist attractions in it, which of course will not disappoint the visitors who come. Love View, or in Indonesian said Bukit Cinta, which will be the start of the trip by seeing the sunrise to close the day that may be tired. Kelor Island, with its unique natural beauty that is able to refresh the mind. That the animals that resemble ancient giant lizards, which in my opinion are the main tourist attraction in this place. Rinsa Island, where there are also Komodo dragons, or sea marine animals fossils in the Batu Cermin cave on the wall of the cave. And many other tourist attractions that are certainly no less interesting. But sometimes I think that can the tourists that I see and feel can also be felt by the next generation? Or maybe the other way around, that future generations will not be able to feel these natural beauties? What if the tourists who go on the tour do not feel comfortable because certain things or because the service is not good? For example, When the visitors cannot maintain order and cleanliness, or the service is not good. Tourists have tourists have to wait their turn for hours to get Komodo Island because they have to use speedboats to cross. Should be protected area turned into a residential area. Lack of health facilities, which are really needed in tourist activities. These things can certainly cause big problems. Moreover, Labuan Bajo will become one of the premium tourism. These things will certainly be a big problem if they are not handled properly. As we know that premium tourist attractions are not the same on the other tourist attractions. The quality will be very high compared to other tourist attractions. There are so many things that need to be considered when a place is used as premium tourism. Security, service, layout, cleanliness, and human resources, everything has been arranged very well. Judging from these things, of course, some of the problems I mentioned earlier that occur in Labuan Bajo made me think that the decision to make Labuan Bajo a premium tourist spot was not entirely right. Therefore, the government must overcome these things to complement some of the shortcomings so that later it will not become an obstacle to the development of these tourist attractions. Local people should also be able to maintain the cleanliness of tourist attractions, not be the one who destroys the tourist attraction. Therefore, is it main carry to make action to deal with the problem. Both the government and the people community. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. I hope you all some learning new from it and enjoy it. Thank you for your attention.
Askaliani, thank you so much. You are so amazing. Sebelum kita lanjut ke peserta berikutnya, ada satu lagi pemutaran video dari sponsorship untuk memberi dukungan untuk para peserta. Silakan.
Cek. 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 Cek.
Lagi bro, berlimpah hiburan di poin konser, berlimpah diskon di poin diskon, dan berlimpah keseruan lainnya. Tukar poinmu di My Telkomsel dan temukan faedahnya sekarang.
Hello everyone, welcome to Citra Bangsa University. Di sini saya akan memperkenalkan Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris. Yuk kita lihat fasilitas dan aktivitas Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris. Nah, ini laboratorium bahasa kami. Kami biasa berlatih listening dan speaking di ruangan ini. Ini ruang kelas kami.
Alright, so now we're going to talk a little bit about literature. As you can see, on the screen, that literature is an artistic works.
Oh ya, kami diajar oleh native speaker yang kompeten loh, seperti ini.
Third, literature storyteller, and either activity in
Saat ini saya berada di perpustakaan UCB. Salam 200 jam. Di tempat ini kami banyak mencari referensi buku bahasa Inggris untuk tugas-tugas yang diberikan oleh dosen kami. Tersedia textbook dan e-book. Ilmu bahasa Inggris, kami juga punya aktivitas lainnya seperti ini. Ayo bergabung bersama kami program studi pendidikan bahasa Inggris Universitas Citra Bangsa. Let's join us!
Manfaatkan layanan transfer menggunakan aplikasi Bepung Mobile Bank NTT. Membuka aplikasi Bepung Mobile dan login dengan menginput nomor handphone dan password. Sebelum melakukan transfer, maka nasabah terlebih dahulu melakukan proses daftar rekening tujuan dengan cara mendaftarkan nomor rekening tujuan dengan klik tambah rekening tujuan. Input nomor rekening yang dituju, klik tambah rekening. Konfirmasi data, jika benar, klik tambah rekening. Input PIN, klik centang, rekening tujuan telah terdaftarkan. Selanjutnya, pilih menu transfer, klik transfer internal, klik nomor rekening tujuan yang telah terdaftar. Pada input detail transfer, nasabah dapat memilih sumber dana dari rekening lain yang dimiliki dan terdapat juga menu frekuensi di mana nasabah dapat memilih untuk secara rutin melakukan transfer yang sama dengan memilih kolom mingguan atau bulanan dan jika melakukan transaksi hanya sekali maka memilih kolom sekali. Melakukan konfirmasi, jika data sudah sesuai maka dapat melakukan proses transfer. Input mobile PIN, klik centang. Selanjutnya, nasabah akan mendapatkan bukti transaksi yang bisa dibagikan melalui sosial media atau melakukan tangkapan layar pada bukti transaksi atau screenshot.
Bertransaksi di Bank NTT adalah partisipasi nyata membangun NTT. Bank NTT melayani lebih sungguh.
Sambutlah Poin Festival 2021. Berlimpah faedah, berlimpah keriaan meriah. Ada 2021 hadiah di Poin Lucky Draw. Berlimpah hiburan di Poin Konser. Berlimpah diskon di Poin Diskon. Dan berlimpah keseruan lainnya. Tukar poinmu di My Telkomsel dan temukan faedahnya sekarang.
Okay, we move to SMAS Frater Don Bosco Lewoleba. Ada Jerry dan Nel. Kami persilahkan.
still many more. Furthermore, we still have many various potential in East Nusa Tenggara, like the typical panoramas of savanna, like Winding Hill in Sumba, beautiful lakes like Kalimutu and Rana Mesa Lake in Flores, and many of variety cultural attraction and ancestral tradition that still being exist till right now, such as the tradition of wild catching in Lamalara Lembata, the preservation of Wairebo village in West Manggarai Regency, and the life of Bochi tribe in Timor. Furthermore, after we realize how big the potential or prospect in our region, we really need to pro- prepare the aspects to reach the goals of develop a sustainable tourism in our region. In my opinions, I have four aspects that should be prepared. The first one, the effectivity and efficient and management is a necessary thing to be prepared, including massive promotion by using all technology, providing a good infrastructure and good and supporting facilities, but that involve the government, the private sector decision maker, and the public. Second, economic benefit. It means the all efforts to develop a sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara have nice goals and benefits, and it should be felt by the society to change their mindset of tourism sector, so they can think tourism sector can be an useful, useful, useful thing for them or to the region. The third, community-based sensitivity. In this case, the private sector decision makers should involve with the government to manage their tourism in their region by a professional training, so the society can take a part in develop tourism in their region. And the last one, but not less, economic, environmental protection. In mission to develop a sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara, we should remember to increase the awareness of society to protection their natural environment. Avoid an experience 1 year ago. Labuan Bajo is closed for a while because their natural environment gets ruined. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, there's still many effort to develop a sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. Our relevant stakeholder should pay attention to its characteristic in every regional to avoid the failure. And then East Nusa Tenggara province is ready to expand its tourism sector to the world in a massive and sustainable in order to support the development of advancing and growing East Nusa Tenggara. With one vision, we can reach the goals together. Thank you so much.
Jerry Danelli, it was so fantastic. Thank you so much. From SMAS Frater Don Bosco Lewoloba. We move to SMAS Katolik Frateran Podor, Christian Emmanuel Mamunsare. Kami persilahkan.
Good morning, the honorable judges, the speech contest committee, teachers, and all participants of the speech contest. First of all, let us thank the Almighty God for His blessing upon us all, so we can hold this speech contest in good condition. My name is Christian Emmanuel Mamunsare from Frateran Podor Catholic Senior High School, and I will be talking about the implementation of tourism sustainability in East Nusa Tenggara Province. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all initially pronounce our respect and appreciation because Lewok Kulok Village or Desa Adak Lewok Kulok is awarded by Ajang Pesona Indonesia 2021 as the best and the most popular tourism destination. It is a very memorable achievement for East Nusa Tenggara Province because this means that tourism destination in our province is getting recognized by public. Hopefully, this becomes the first step of many other steps in order to develop the tourism in our province in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, besides this newly proud achievement, it cannot be denied that domestic and international tourists may only know Bali as the only paradise of tourism destination. Even many international tourists do not know that Bali is an island belongs to the territory of Republic of Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm certain that we all are on the same page to admit that East Nusa Tenggara is one hidden paradise of Indonesia in tourism sector. We have many places with geographical, historical, and cultural elements to attract tourists. Firstly, we all know that East Nusa Tenggara Province is blessed by its geographical location, which gives us plenty of beaches and other kinds of geographical tourism places which have their own characteristic that surely is charming for tourism. Next, we also have a great deal of tourism with historical element. The most well-known place is Bung Karno's house of isolation site in Endi. Then, Wairabo village in Manggarai and Kampung Adat Lebok Kulon in Narantuka are tourism places with cultural element. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know why I spend my time to mention all of these places in my speech? As an individual, a citizen of East Flores Regency, those are the places that I know. Although I haven't visited each of them yet. Imagine how many other hidden tourism paradise that other citizens of East Nusa Tenggara Province can mention. In other words, promotion would not be the main issue to attract tourists to visit. So, why do tourists really come to visit our province? How can we appeal more tourists to visit other places than the well-known spots? Who have the responsibility to do so? Tourism sustainability is a program which has been being echoed and encouraged to implement all over the world. It focuses on the implementation of sustainability management, social economy, culture, and environment. It means the tourism development is not only evaluated by its contribution to the economic growth, but also by its contribution to the improvement of societal welfare, decrease of unemployment and poverty, preservation of natural resources, development of culture, improvement of nations' image and identity in order to strengthen nations' unity. A well-coordinated relation between the local governments on all levels and the citizens of East Nusa Tenggara Province hold an essential contribution. We must admit that tourism sustainability is a great solution to improve our life in every aspect because its central attention covers human and environment necessity. First of all, let's focus on the construction and establishment of the infrastructures on the way to reach the tourism place and on the tourism place itself. In fact, the tourism destinations in our province are commonly located in a remote area. Frankly, the road to those destinations is not worth using, and it's difficult to go there. Local governments need to pay more attention to restore and construct new roads, bridges, street lamps, and signs on the way to reach the tourism destination. In addition, the tourism destination itself also needs to be improved. Besides enjoying the scenic view of nature, tourists can also be spoiled with traditional food and comfortable property and service. We can provide photographer service, lots of children-friendly attraction, family-oriented activity, hotels, and cafes which offer delicious traditional food. Second of all, let's focus on enforcement of human resources. We're enhancing the tourism places with historical and cultural elements. It's shown by the appearance of more villages or kampung adat with historical and cultural, along with wearable village. Other villages are coming. Citizens who live around the villages hold an essential role to keep the village clean, provide friendly hospitality, and have sufficient knowledge related to the local history and culture. Older generation must inherit the historical and cultural stories, tradition, and knowledge to the younger generation. Younger generation also must learn the local tradition and knowledge, as well as having an accurate mastery of foreign languages. By doing so, the youngsters can be proper tour guide and become proud heroes. Finally, the solution of implementing a sustainable tourism is by building tourism school. This aims to upgrade the human resource. Younger generation doesn't only learn about the tradition informally, but also formally learn how to provide excellent services as well as keeping the environment in a great condition. We all must be on the same page together to implement the program from the government and gain utmost results. I believe that these programs are incredible, and if we implement them with our highest performance, the outcome will be beneficial materially and morally for all of us. That's all. Thank you.
Good job, Christian Emmanuel Mamamsare. Thank you so much from SMAS Katolik Prateran Podor. We move to SMAS Kristen Generasi Unggul Kupang, Karen Moi. Kami persilahkan.
Local is a new global. Virtual is a new reality. The resilience is indeed the sustainability. And truth is a new currency. The honorable judges, respect all the audience, and everybody's here in the Zoom today. Thank you so much for giving me a very special opportunity to join and compete in this contest. Hello, everybody. My name is Karen Moi, and I'm from Generasi Unggul Christian High School. And I'm standing here to deliver my short speech about the sustainability, the development of this country, Indonesia, especially in this province, is Nusa Tenggara. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, Indonesia is a country that is rich in tourism places. The natural and cultural wealth is an important component of Indonesian tourism. With so many islands scattered through Sabang to Merauke, Indonesia itself has long been famous in the eyes of the world as a beautiful country. There are so many interesting tourist attractions that can be found in all corners of Indonesia. Nusa Tenggara is one of the provinces that has so many interesting tourist destinations. This province has an extraordinary tourist attraction and can be widely known by everyone. The most famous destinations are Komodo Island National Tourism, Labuan Bajo, Nihiwatu, and some beautiful beaches such as Nembrala, Tablolong, and Oitune Beach. And there's many more tourist attractions which have their own characteristic and cannot be mentioned one by one. However, although these places can be used for recreation or for healing, the fact is that these places are not managing properly, so that they have not attracted much interest either from local or foreign tourists. Especially, the world is currently being hit by coronavirus, which is affecting the tourism industry. The question is, what if the uniqueness and distinctiveness of this destination fade due to several factors, caused by lack of management? And what should be done to introduce its Nusa Tenggara tourism to the world? Ladies and gentlemen, to answer this question, of course, the government needs to develop the sustainable tourism development in this province is Nusa Tenggara. And we need to know the sustainable tourism development is responsible for the environmental, social culture, and economy, so that it can be maintained by involving the role of tourists, stakeholders, and local community. As we know, the government and several related parties have made Labuan Bajo a pilot project of sustainable tourism development in this province, is Nusa Tenggara. Several programs are being developed in Labuan Bajo to support this project, such as the Flora Tama Tourism Market, Flora Tama Academy, and the preparation of Flora Tama Travel Pass. These programs can certainly have a positive impact on tourism and local community around Labuan Bajo. After seeing this, we hope that other tourist attractions, which I previously mentioned before, will also be managed and developed as well. Because judging from the situation and the reality, the lack of management creates problems, such as a lot of garbage, the lack of facilities, the lack of infrastructure, the lack of promotion, and others. In fact, there's a lot of potential that can be developed, such as the development of tourist villages with local wisdom and others. Ladies and gentlemen, through the government's role on developing the sustainable tourism development, it is hoped that these places can be widely known by everyone and have a positive impact on tourism and local community. As a student, we can contribute to development our tourism. For instance, use our social media as a platform to share and promote our tourism places to other people, even to the world. And the second one, do not litter or even destroy a public facilities whenever we visit the tourism places. Ladies and gentlemen, a brief conclusion regarding this topic is that balance is the main point of realizing the sustainable tourism development in terms of every aspect, so that its visibility is maintained until the next generation. That's all for me. Thank you so much for your nice attention. I'm Karen Moy. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you Karen Moy from SMAS Kristen Generasi Unggul Kupang. We move to SMA Citra Bakti. Ada Simona Omewoli. Kami persilahkan.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Simona Omewoli. You can call me Ona. I am a student of Citra Bakti Senior High School. The most respectful juries, the committee of speech contest, who I respectfully as well, the participants, and all of the audience. First of all, let us praise to the Almighty God. Because of His blessing, we are still in a good condition. It is an honor for me to be given a chance to deliver a speech on the topic Developing the Sustainable Tourism in East of Nusa Tenggara. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism is travel, pleasure, or business. As we know, tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara is a good prospect for itself. Every day, we see the tourists enjoy their holiday in east of Nusa Tenggara. This is because east of Nusa Tenggara has many interesting places such as beaches, islands, mountain, hot spring, culture, and etc. Sustainable tourism is a concept that covers the complete tourism experience, including concern for economic, social, and environmental issues, as well as attention to improve tourist experiences and addressing the need of host communities. It means to make the people to the main actor to increase regional tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 4 ways to develop the sustainable tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara. Firstly is tourism infrastructure. It is absolutely needed by tourists in tourist destinations such as hotel, roads, electricity, air, telecommunication, and so on. The tourism infrastructure needs to be developed based on the location and condition of the tourism place. This brings tourist interest and can increase the number of visits the destination that will realize sustainable tourism development in east of Nusa Tenggara. In addition, the tourists usually expected facilities in their chosen destination to be comparable to what they enjoy at home. Secondly is tourism promotion. Tourism promotion is communication in tourism marketing. The function is to inform, persuade, and increase the tourists so that they concern to have the desire to visit the area that has been promoted. By promoting the tourism destination in east of Nusa Tenggara, we can get many more tourists in come here. Moreover, by promoting the tourism destination, it will develop better and be able to increase the number of visitors. It also can develop the sustainable tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara. Thirdly is building tourism with the community. When the governments give the opportunity to the community as the main actor in various tourism activities, the community can feel the maximum benefits of tourism directly. Sometimes, local community generally do not have sufficient information, resource, and power to make decisions in tourism development. For this reason, the professional parties are needed to overcome the limitation of local communities so that can be better and developing the sustainable tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara. Fourthly, to develop the sustainable tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara, it is necessary to change the mindset and awareness of all the stakeholders. It is an important key. The governments are expected to have developed of a long-term strategy by considering environmental, economic, social, cultural, quality, health, and safety together with the society. Monitoring and evaluation system must be implemented in order to minimize all impact caused by tourist activities. In addition, tourism destinations are expected to have effective organization for coordinating the development of sustainable tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara. The function for this organization are providing supervision and reporting to the public on a regular basis. Ladies and gentlemen, to build the sustainable tourism in east of Nusa Tenggara, we must have a good planning and effective management. I mean, when we have a good planning and the effective management, we can develop the tourism destination better. This is also to increase the benefits and to reduce the negative impact. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I hope you can get some points of my speech, and thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.
Good job, Simona. Thank you so much from SMA Citra Bakti. We move to SMAK Santa Teresia Danga. Yohanes Juan Bota, kami persilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu, salam kebajikan, namo buddhaya. Good morning, the honorable juries, teachers, and all the participants of this English speech contest. First of all, let us praise to our God. Because of His blessing, we are able to attend this English speech competition via Zoom in a good condition and happy situation. Unforgettable, I would also like to say many thanks to the juries and my teachers and also Pos Kupang who have given me a valuable opportunity to deliver an English speech in front of you all under the title Building System in East Nusa Tenggara Province. I am Yohanes John Bota from Saint Teresa Danga Senior High School. Brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, East Nusa Tenggara is also well known with its natural resource, supported with friendly and harmonious society. We are proud that our province is now considered as a prosperous region with its great potential to be explored and developed. One of the sectors supporting the development of East Nusa Tenggara is tourism. This policy will enhance East Nusa Tenggara to be more attractive and marketable so that investors will be interested to participate in developing East Nusa Tenggara. If East Nusa Tenggara becomes a tourist destination, it will be an income sector for government. Even it will affect positively for the improvement of micro enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, building sustainable tourism is a development that can be supported ecologically as well as economically feasible as well as socially and ethically fair to the community. That is, sustainable development is an integrated and organized effort to develop the quality of life by regulating the provision, development, use, and maintenance of resources in a sustainable manner. This can only be done with a good governance system that involves active and balanced participation between the government, the private sector, and the community. Thus, sustainable development is not only related with environmental issues, but also issues of democracy, human rights, and other broader issues. It is undeniable that until now, the concept of sustainable development is considered the best recipe for development, including tourism development. Sustainable tourism development can be identified through its principles. These principles include participation of actors or stakeholders, local ownership, sustainable use of resources, accommodating community goals, monitoring and evaluation, accountability, training and promotion. Brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, the government must also be able to seize the opportunities by paying attention to the quality of the environment, carrying capacity of the destination area, utilizing local resources sustainably, in organizing ecotourism activities, and also managing the number of visitors and facilities in accordance with the environmental resource of the destination area, so that the government can increase the income of local people by creating jobs and then creating balance between the needs of tourists and the community. This balance will be realized if all parties can work together in one goal as a solid community. The community in question is the local community, local government, the tourism industry, and the community organizations that grow and develop in the community where tourism destinations are developed. Ladies and gentlemen, tourism development must be able to ensure sustainability, provide benefits for the current community, and not harm future generations. Because the assumption that tourism development has the potential to damage the environment is something logical if it is associated with the increase in the number of tourists and the degradation of the tourism destination. Tourism must grow on the principles of optimization, not exploitation. There must be periodic monitoring and evaluation to ensure that tourism development continues to run within the concept of sustainable development using the principles of capacity management, both regional capacity, capacity of curtailed tourism objects, economic, social, and other resource capacities, so that tourism development can be sustainable. Brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, from the explanation of sustainable development and sustainable tourism development above, the following conclusion can be drawn. The first, sustainable development is a development that pays attention to the needs of the present without compromising the needs of future generations. The second, sustainable development is supported by natural resource, environment, and human quality from generation to generation. And the third, sustainable development pays attention to the welfare of the current generation without compromising the welfare of future generations. And the fourth, sustainable development is closely related to efforts to ensure that natural, social, and cultural resources used for tourism development in this generation can be enjoyed for generations to come. So, brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, one of the most important supports in developing our province is the younger generation. Therefore, I invite all of us, especially students, to continue to support our province in developing sustainable tourism, because we know that our province has a very good tourism potential. Brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all my speech. I hope it can be useful for all of us. I'm sorry for any mistakes in my speech. Thank you for your time and attention.
Excellent, Yohanes Juan Bota. Thank you so much from SMAK Santa Teresia Danga. We move to the last participant, SMAN 1 Adonara Barat, Maria Somisili. Kami persilakan.
Thanks for the time given to me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam sejahtera. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The most respectful the jury, the committee of speech contest, who are respectful as will the participant and all of the spectators. Firstly, let's say thanks to God Almighty of His clemency. We can meet in this a very special moment to do the speech contest. Ladies and gentlemen, before we talk about building sustainable tourism in Nusa Tenggara, I invite all of us to take a moment to look at what sustainable tourism is. Sustainable tourism is the concept of finding a place as a tourist and trying to make a positive impact on the environment, social, and economy. Ladies and gentlemen, to support sustainable tourism, the Indonesian government, through the Minister of Tourism Regulation number 14 of 2016, the ministerial regulation describes four main pillars. In the development tourism the ministerial regulation describes four main pillars in the development of sustainable tourism. First, the management of sustainable tourism destination. This is related to how to market or promote sustainable tourism in East Nusa Tenggara. Second, economic utilization for local community. The means how to provide job opportunities for local communities allied to how to tourism development. In this context, it is necessary to give the widest possible speech for the youth of East Nusa Tenggara. Third, culture preservation for the community and visitor. This means how do we preserve local culture so that it becomes the main attraction for tourists to visit at Nusa Tenggara. This local culture is a regional characteristic as well as a means for education and transfer of cultural knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, for environmental preservation, we need to prevent environmental damage as a result of tourism development. Real action that we need to take in this context, such as maintaining the cleanliness of tourist status. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the speech, I invite all of us to have a high and vital fighting power to develop as Nusa Tenggara tourism so that as Nusa Tenggara is more and at the end on the speak, I invite us to have a high and vital to develop as Nusa Tenggara tourism so that tourists make as Nusa Tenggara not a hidden paradise, but a paradise that attracts many tourists. That is all. Happy anniversary as Nusa Tenggara Province. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria Somisili. Thank you so much. From SMAN 1 Adonara Barat. Okay, Maria is the last participant of our first season. So, guys, I have to say that I was very impressed by the quality of the speeches. Thank you so much. And then we move to the judges. Hello, judges. Okay, judges. I think time is yours. So you can give some, maybe some. Okay, time is yours, judges.
Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes.
Maybe I give a chance first to Pak Tyson.
Okay, what would you like me to comment on here exactly? Sorry.
I think you can comment on any notes that you might during this speech.
I think a lot of the manner and the matter was decently good among the contestants. I think mostly the difference is in the grammar, and that will reflect in the results, but I think generally everyone did a pretty good job. So I guess we'll just see, right? That's really all I have to say, besides giving the actual scores, which I can't do that, right? So.
All right. Thank you, Pak Tyson. Maybe I'll give chance to Ibu Ivo next. Hi, Ibu Yvonne. Hello, Ibu, we can't hear you. Or maybe while waiting for Ibu Yvonne then. Hi, Ibu Yvonne, can you hear me? All right, while waiting for Ibu Yvonne, then I will say something for the participant. First of all, I would like to congratulate the first 15 participants who have done your very best to compose a speech. It's a really nice one. And I really enjoyed watching everyone was really amazing. I couldn't do it when I was your age, but you did very good today. So I'll give a big hands for you. First of all, clap hands for everyone. I've noted many things in here, but I can't say everything. But I picked it up on the, if Tyson like noticed on the grammar side, then I picked it up on your pronunciation. That sometimes make it difficult for us because it's really matter how you pronounce things and stuff, because it's really important for your speaking ability, and also that meaning that you want to convey or you want to say to us. That's really important. Some of you did a really good, most of you actually did a really good job on trying to cover all the text of your long speech. And what I would love to suggest you for your next, if you not on this context but another context maybe, go on or explore more on your very good statements, because most of you have a very, very excellent statement. I think I can say it. Most of you have a very good statement, but you don't dig it more on that. You don't explore more on that. And I was like waiting, and then what's next? So what's next after this? So I feel like you make like a good statement, but you didn't completely elaborate or explain to me. And I'm trying my best to understand everything, but you did a very good job, guys. So well done. All right. Maybe Ibu Yvonne? If Ibu Yvonne, sorry, your microphone is off, so we can't hear you actually.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear my voice now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, so sorry because actually this was heavy rain here. I don't know. Yeah, and my laptop. Okay, so yeah, I would like to congratulate for all of you guys. For all you have already do your best, and I'm so proud for all of you. Yeah, because since you deliver your speech for this 15 participants, you are doing well. Yeah, I remember when I was like you. Actually, I'm a very nervous one at the first, but when I see you on the screen, then you can deliver your speech well. Then it's really amazing, yeah. And then what that I would like to say is like what that Ibu Reni and also Pak Tison has already said before, that actually all of you are the winner, yeah, because you have already you can when you can join this competition means that all of you are the winner, yeah. You can among others, yeah. So I would like to say congratulations again for what that you have already done, and then yeah, just waiting for the result. And then please do not be like, oh, maybe I'm not really well and whatever, but again, I would like to say you are great. All of you are great. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I think that's all, Ibu Reni. Do we need to give any? Yeah, Ibu Reni, I give it back to you.
Thank you, Yvonne. But Tyson, do we need like a separate breakout room to discuss about this first session, or do you have to go to the next one?
I'm ready to go. So
For the second one.
Yeah, sure, I can do it. I already got the list for the second one, so yeah.
All right. Okay. Maybe I and Yvonne we can discuss in separate room. We'll update you in a WhatsApp chat.
Okay.
All right. All the best for the second one. All right. Back to the committee. Thank you very much. for having us on the first session, and thank you. And I give my big reaction clapping hand for everyone who've done your very best this morning. All right, all the best.
Bye, Bu Reni.
Bye. Bye, Pak.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye.
It's
See you
good.
guys
Bye.
in
See you.
other session maybe. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Okay, judges, thank you for some enlightenments for all participants. Thank you so much. And for the judges, we have lunch break time till 12 p.m. for the judges, especially. And thank you so much again for all the participants. We will see you in the next season. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for the teachers. Thank you so much. All the participants, thank you so much. Don't forget to have your lunch. Bye-bye.
Pak Tyson.
Bye.
Jadi alsitan yang didistribusikan kepada nelayan, tani dan ternak itu menjadi satu kebutuhan yang urgen yang dilihat oleh Pak Ansi di masyarakat NTT.
Ya, saya kasih contoh ya untuk membuka lahan di NTT ini, di dapil saya di Timor ini. Orang bilang banyak batu, batunya besar-besar. Bahkan ada yang katakan bukan tanah berbatu, batu yang ada tanahnya gitu ya. Jadi untuk melakukan pembongkaran itu dibutuhkan bahkan bukan cuma traktor roda 4, tetapi alat berat sekelas eskavator. Maka banyak orang dulu mereka katakan di NTT ini banyak lahan tidur. Kenapa? Mereka bilang karena manusia tidur alias manusia malas. Saya bilang enggak, itu salah. Betul di NTT banyak lahan tidur, betul di NTT banyak manusia tidur. Tetapi kenapa ini bisa terjadi? Karena negara dan pemerintahnya tidur. Apa buktinya? Coba kalau negara berikan alat mesin pertanian, berikan pendampingan, berikan pemberdayaan, beri pupuk, beri air, beri benih. Saya yakin orang NTT mau kerja keras. Nah, tapi untuk membuka lahan, masyarakat kita tuh harus menyewanya tuh jutaan rupiah. Ya, sebelum ada combine harvester itu yang saya berikan dari perjuangan, itu mereka 1 hektar itu mereka harus menyewa sebesar 3.200.000 rupiah. Dari alat mesin ini. Sekarang mereka bisa buka dan kemudian dipakai, tinggal diatur bagaimana bahan bakarnya, bagaimana pemeliharaannya. Nah, ini adalah bentuk kerja nyata saya untuk kelompok petani. Begitu juga ada untuk peternak dan juga ada untuk kelompok nelayan.
Kalau semacam alsitan itu beberapa banyak ya yang sudah terdistribusi untuk petani di dapil?
Sudah hampir 1.000 lebih.
1.000 lebih?
1.000 lebih, ya. Hampir, bukan hampir, sudah di atas 1.000 lebih. Ya. Terakhir, kemarin penyerahan yang paling baru saya cerita saja, itu ke Kabupaten Rotendao. Bupati dan wakil bupatinya hadir, saya tidak hadir tapi secara virtual, itu 50 unit alat mesin pertanian diserahkan langsung. Dan Rote ini, saya perhatikan betul, kenapa? Karena Ibu Megawati, Ketua Umum kami, itu memberi instruksi jelas. Tolong perhatikan beranda depan Republik Indonesia. NTT ini teras depannya. Berbatasan lengan laut dengan Australia. Dan juga Belu, Kabupaten Kupang dan Malaka ini dengan Timor Leste. Kenapa perlu diperhatikan? Selama ini mindset pembangunan kita melihat wilayah perbatasan itu ibarat beranda belakang. Hari ini Presiden Jokowi, ya, visi perjuangannya Ibu Mega mengatakan bahwa Wilayah perbatasan itu adalah teras depan, beranda depan. Ini soal harkat, pride, dan martabat bangsa kita. Maka kita perlu menghadirkan kesejahteraan dan keadilan sampai di teras terdepan itu. Tidak boleh kumuh, tidak boleh miskin, tidak boleh jorok. Maka kita lihat Winnie, kita lihat Motain, Motamasin, Presiden Jokowi bereskan itu. Minimal dari segi infrastruktur. Dan kemudian saya juga sebagai anggota DPR RI harus bisa melakukan hal itu. Menerjemahkan visi besar, ya, instruksi Ketua Umum kami, Ibu Megawati Soekarno Putri, untuk menghadirkan kesejahteraan, keadilan, sampai ke, orang bilang wilayah 3T itu. Ya, terdepan, mungkin termiskin, mungkin terisolir. Nah, ini menjadi kepedulian saya, sehingga kemudian Rotendao, Sabu, Raijua, juga Belu, TTU, dan Malaka itu menjadi prioritas saya.
Paham sih, saya sendiri dan mungkin juga Tribuners penasaran ini proses sampai perjuangan sampai mendistribusi bantuan ini. Itu aspirasinya memang dari nelayan, petani, atau melalui atau dari atas nih?
Ya, jadi tentu sebagai orang NTT saya mengetahui apa yang menjadi persoalan masyarakat di NTT ini. Kemudian berkomunikasi juga dengan para petani, peternak, dan nelayan. Ada aspirasi yang muncul dari mereka. Dan DPR itu kan punya fungsi legislasi, fungsi pengawasan, dan salah satunya fungsi budgeting atau penganggaran. Saya menggunakan fungsi budgeting ini untuk memastikan bahwa anggaran negara itu berpihak kepada kaum marginal dan terpinggirkan, kepada petani dan peternak dan nelayan. Ya, setelah saya mendengar ini, kemudian misalnya di Fatumnasi, ya, itu dataran tinggi di sekitar Timur Tengah Selatan, saya baru tahu itu setelah dijelaskan orang di sana. Mereka bilang, Pak Ansi, di sini nih potensinya tanam bawang putih itu luar biasa. Padahal selama ini negara kita impor bawang putih itu 97%, 90% sekian itu dari China. Sampai saya pernah dalam rapat itu bawa bawang putih, saya bandingkan nih bawang putih dari Jawa Tengah dan bawang putih dari Fatumnasi. Waktu saya angkat ini dari Jawa Tengah, ya, benihnya gini. Ini dari Fatumnasi gede banget. Kaget semua mereka. Saking kagetnya, saya bilang, nah, mari ikut saya. Tolong bantu. Buat penangkaran, buat budidaya. Bekerja sama dengan BPTP NTT. Ya, BPTP NTT ini bagus sekali. Ya, mereka ini punya banyak inovasi. Ya, sesuai dengan bagaimana konteks lokal di NTT. Kemarin mereka bisa menghasilkan padi Inpari Nutrisync, yaitu setelah kita bicara bahwa NTT ini angka stuntingnya lumayan tinggi. Ya, beberapa kabupaten itu angka stunting dampaknya dari gizi ibu, kualitas kesehatan ibu dan anak, ya. Akhirnya mereka memproduksi yang namanya benih padi Inpari Nutrisync. Ini padi yang memang khusus untuk mengatasi stunting ini. Dan kemudian kita bagi benihnya kemana-mana dan mulai dikembangkan di beberapa kabupaten di NTT. Belum semua, tetapi ada beberapa kabupaten.
Saya butuh penegasan nih terkait mekanisme untuk memperoleh bantuan dari Pak Ansi. Siapa tahu dong, Tribuners yang notabene petani nelayan juga bisa menyampaikan aspirasi. Apakah melalui tim-timnya Pak Ansi di daerah dapil kabupaten masing-masing atau jalurnya Pemda?
Jalur komunikasi sama saya sebenarnya tidak sulit,
Tidak
ya.
sulit, ya.
Saya punya fanpage namanya Yohanes Franciscus Lema. Di situ ada kolom komentar, ada kolom inbox. Silakan sampaikan pesan di situ. Nah, memang tidak semua bisa kita langsung respon. Kita bisa melihat dan memilah, ya, berdasarkan urgensi dan prioritas. Yang kedua juga nomor telepon saya bisa, atau yang ketiga saya merekam dari masukan tim saya atau orang-orang yang saya ketemu. Sembari saya melihat potensi apa yang perlu harus didorong. Saya kasih contoh. Tadi malam saya di Kabupaten Kupang itu ketemu anak-anak muda sekitar 10 orang. Itu 3 bulan lalu mereka inbox saya, menjelaskan bahwa Pak Ansi, kami lihat Pak Ansi kerja buat pertanian, bla 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 bla. Kami ini ada 10 orang anak muda dengan swadaya sendiri, ada tanah orang tua kami mau bertani. Nah, ini anak mahasiswa semua, hanya 1 orang yang baru selesai sarjana. Saya begitu baca itu, saya langsung minta nomor telepon mereka dan saya telepon sendiri. Kenapa mereka penting buat saya?
Proaktif nih, ya.
Selain proaktif, hari-hari ini jumlah usia petani kita itu petani yang usianya tuh sudah sangat senior.
Ya.
Regenerasi petani kita itu relatif tidak berjalan. dan membuat anak-anak muda mau melihat bahwa pertanian itu menjadi masa depan mereka, itu tidak mudah. Tiba-tiba ada anak muda yang berani mengontak saya dan kemudian mengatakan bahwa kami mau bertani. Oh, saya harus menangkap momentum ini. Saya harus bisa bersama mereka, bersinergi, mendukung mereka, supaya mereka ini sukses sehingga bisa menjadi role model. Menjadi contoh bagi anak muda yang lain, supaya bisa juga bekerja di sektor pertanian kita.
Di segmen petani milenial ini.
Segmen petani milenial. Dan akhirnya konkret. Kemarin kita bantu benih pare, kita bantu benih tomat ya ke mereka sebagai suatu uji coba. Ya, kita mau lihat mereka ini bagaimana. Apakah memang mereka punya keseriusan atau tidak. Nah, kemarin saya datang, kaget mereka. Saya datang ke gubuk mereka. Itu sekitar 30 menit mereka nggak bisa ngomong. Heran mereka, kok anggota DPR RI bisa datang ke sini? Lah saya juga heran. Lah bukannya harus DPR RI harus turun ketemu. Karena pusat persoalan itu ada di masyarakat langsung. Saya tanya ke mereka, apa kebutuhan kalian? Mereka sebut alat semprot. Mereka sebut alat untuk mematikan hama. Mereka sebut itu. Nah, inilah aspirasi yang harus saya perjuangkan begitu. Jadi dasarnya itu adalah ya berbincang dengan mereka, ngobrol, jangan membuat jarak, itulah merakyat. Nah, tapi merakyat saja tidak cukup yang saya katakan tadi, pro rakyat, yaitu berjuang, supaya orang bilang pro rakyat gitu loh. Kerja konkret, kerja nyata.
Luar biasa. Pak Ansi, ini kita memasuki musim tanam 2021-2022. Ini kan sudah jalan keliling ini hampir di seluruh NTT nih. Aspirasi apa yang ditangkap Pak Ansi terkait dengan musim tanam kita nih? Ketersediaan benihnya bagaimana?
Ya.
Ketersediaan pupuknya seperti apa gitu?
Persoalan paling besar di NTT dan juga bukan cuma di NTT, di Republik ini itu adalah ketersediaan pupuk bersubsidi. Ya, banyak orang mengeluhkan bahwa ketika dibutuhkan tidak ada. Ketika ada jumlahnya kurang atau terbatas. Adapun harganya lebih mahal. Nah, ini saya mau katakan bahwa persoalan pupuk bersubsidi ini bukan saja masalah di NTT atau kabupaten kota di NTT. Ini masalah satu Indonesia. Dan sampai karena masalah ini memusingkan Republik ini, itu Komisi 4 kemudian membentuk panitia kerja khusus, Panja Pupuk Bersubsidi, untuk menelusuri apa akar persoalannya. Carut marutnya di mana? Gitu. Nah, Presiden Joko Widodo itu sudah teriak soal ini. Karena begitu banyak keluhan, komplain dari para petani kita. Nah, setelah kita telusuri, ini sudah beberapa bulan, Panja ini bekerja, didapat informasi bahwa kebutuhan pupuk bersubsidi untuk mengcover semua Indonesia itu 25 juta ton.
25 juta ton.
Yes. Setiap tahun negara menganggarkan sekitar 25 sampai 30 triliun rupiah. Uang sebesar ini hanya bisa memproduksi sebesar 9 juta ton. Artinya ada defisit sekitar 16 juta ton. Nah, kondisi ini yang membuat bahwa ya kelangkaan pupuk, kesulitan mendapatkan pupuk itu pasti akan terjadi. Belum lagi ditambah ada dugaan, dan ini masih lagi diinvestigasi, bahwa ternyata pupuk bersubsidi ini salah sasaran. Apa maksudnya? Ada juga korporasi-korporasi besar di bidang pertanian ini yang nakal, yang juga menggunakan subsidi pupuk bersubsidi ini. Padahal kan mestinya subsidi itu kan sejatinya bagi kelompok marginal, kelompok miskin, kelompok kecil. Kira-kira seperti itu.
Kalau untuk kuota untuk NTT seperti apa sih, Pak?
Sebenarnya sudah ada, itu tergantung dari istilah yang namanya IRDKK. Rencana definitif kebutuhan kelompok. Jadi semangatnya itu dibangun betul-betul dari bawah, bottom up gitu loh. Ya, kelompok-kelompok tani itu bicara semacam kayak musrenbang des gitu. Mereka bicara dan kemudian berapa banyak, terus kemudian karena ada sudah digitalisasi semua, sudah online, jadi ada IRDKK, harus masukkan data dan seterusnya. Tapi ya itu tadi, antara kebutuhan dan ketersediaan itu gapnya terlalu besar. Maka ini juga. Nah, sekarang Komisi 4 lagi mengkaji itu, ya, apalagi dalam situasi COVID ini, refocusing dan realokasi di mitra kerja, termasuk di Kementerian Pertanian itu besar, sehingga kemudian mimpi kita untuk memajukan pertanian kita, itu juga kerap kali juga mengalami kendala. Karena ujungnya kan juga terkait dengan anggaran gitu, Om Alfons.
Tadi disebut ada dugaan salah sasar dalam pendistribusian. Apakah itu juga terindikasi di NTT?
Di NTT belum terlalu kelihatan ya.
Belum terlalu kelihatan.
Belum terlalu kelihatan ya, belum terlalu kelihatan. Kalau yang pelakunya adalah korporasi besar di bidang pertanian, belum terlalu kelihatan. Tetapi indikasi yang ada ini biasanya di perusahaan-perusahaan memang besar begitu, ya, skala besar dan seterusnya. Begitu.
Membangun daerah ini kan butuh sinergi kolaborasi ya. Seperti apa nih? Ini kolaborasi antara anggota DPR RI dengan pemerintah daerah sendiri.
Ya, jadi begini, saya perlu menjelaskan bahwa sebagai anggota DPR RI, legislatif, kami ini tidak punya visi, misi, dan program kerja. Kami tidak punya yang namanya RPJMD. Yang punya visi, misi, dan program kerja dan RPJMD atau RPJMN itu adalah eksekutif. Presiden, gubernur, bupati, dan wali kota. Lalu apa fungsi legislatif atau DPR? Dikaitkan dengan 3 fungsi tadi. Jadi saya mau katakan bahwa DPR RI ini fungsinya adalah menjadi supporting system. DPR RI ini harus bekerja berdasarkan RPJMD-nya wali kota Kupang, RPJMD-nya gubernur NTT, RPJMD-nya bupati Kupang, dan seterusnya. Maka komunikasi, kerjasama, interaksi, sinergi antara eksekutif dan DPR RI ini menjadi penting. Kenapa? Kita buka misalnya Kota Kupang atau Kabupaten Kupang, saya kira APBD-nya tuh tidak lebih dari 1,5 triliun. Dan rata-rata kabupaten di NTT APBD-nya cuma 1,1 sampai 1,2 triliun. Setengah dari APBD itu, sekitar 700 miliar, digunakan untuk belanja rutin. Biaya ASN, biaya birokrasi. Berarti sisanya mungkin sekitar 700 miliar. Atau 600 miliar. Apakah mungkin jumlah ini bisa dipakai untuk membiayai pembangunan mulai dari infrastruktur, pendidikan, kesehatan, pertanian, dan seterusnya? Tentu tidak cukup. Maka sebenarnya, kalau saya nih, kepala daerah, saya akan membangun kemitraan strategis dengan anggota DPR. Kenapa? Karena uang APBN itu ada di Jakarta. Nah, saya kasih contoh beberapa sinergi yang kami lakukan. Itu saya lakukan antara lain dengan Bupati Sumba Timur yang baru terpilih. Dan wakilnya, Pak Kris Praing dan Pak David Wadu. Kami ngobrol, Pak Kris Praing datang kasih tahu ke saya, Pak Ansi, di Sumba itu ada potensi, Sumba Timur itu ada potensi namanya sapi Sumba Ongol. Tetapi sekarang ini nyaris terancam. Artinya jumlahnya semakin sedikit dan kalau tidak dilestarikan, dikembangbiakan, akan punah. Lalu beliau cerita banyak hal soal sapi ini. Nah, ini menjadi bahan buat saya dalam rapat dengan Menteri Pertanian, dengan Dirjen Peternakan dan Kesehatan Hewan. Saya berargumentasi, pentingnya bagaimana melestarikan, ya, ini kan soal kekayaan lokal, ya, dalam bidang peternakan. Dan syukur puji Tuhan, kami berjuang, Kabupaten Sumba Timur itu mendapatkan 14 miliar rupiah untuk mendukung proses pengambiakan sebanyak 500 ekor sapi. Dibantu oleh 500 ekor sapi. Dibantu oleh Direktorat Jenderal Peternakan dan Kesehatan Hewan. 14 sekian miliar, ya, dibangun skalanya terintegrasi semuanya. Ya, pendampingan petaninya dilibatkan dan seterusnya dan seterusnya.
Terdistribusi untuk ke petani peternak ya?
Ya.
500
ya.
ekor itu ya.
Atau contoh, saya kasih contoh. Ini satu bupati yang menurut saya oke. Ya, di NTT. Malah bukan dari dapil saya, itu Bupati Ngada. Namanya Pak Andreas Paru. Kalau dilihat dari partai saya PDI, beliau itu ketua Partai Golkar Ngada. Ya. Tapi ya Ansilema ini kerjanya buat rakyat. Saya tipikal politisi bukan karena ini harus bantu ini, bantu ini. Lu kemarin pilih Betason deh. Terus saya nggak bantu. Oh enggak. Bahkan bantuan saya sudah sampai pun saya akan bilang begini ke mereka. Bapak Mama, saya udah berjuang buat Bapak Mama ya. Iya. Tidak harus pilih Ansilema. Ya, kalau ada politisi yang lebih baik dari Ansi Lema, rugi kalian pilih Ansi Lema. Saya bilang begitu. Tapi kalau Ansi Lema yang terbaik, Bapak Mama tidak boleh kemana-mana. Harus tetap pilih Ansi Lema. Nah, ini edukasi, ini literasi dalam politik. Nah, Pak Andreas Paru itu begitu dilantik, beliau datang kejar saya ke Jakarta. Cerita, Pak Ansi, saya punya visi namanya Tante Nela Paris. Saya bilang, apa Tante Nela Paris itu? Tan, pertanian. Te, ternak. Nela, nelayan. Paris, pariwisata. Saya sudah lihat visi perjuangan Pak Ansi, NTT. Itu cocok betul dengan saya, Pak Ansi, kata dia.
Betul ya.
Tolong Pak Ansi bantu saya punya anggaran begini-begini. Saya bilang, ini bupati keren ini, top dia. Top dia. Saya kasih traktor roda 4, 3.
Bukan di dapil ya?
Bukan dapil. Sampai orang bingung, orang bilang Ansi Lema ini goblok ya Pak, bukan bantu dapil gitu loh. Tapi orang di dapil saya tidak protes. Karena apa? Karena mereka sudah melihat sebelum saya bantu daerah lain di luar dapil saya, ya, mereka sudah lihat sekitar 78% itu sudah perhatian prioritasnya ke dapil saya. Dan kenapa saya harus bantu wilayah lain di luar dapil? Karena kita NTT ini satu keluarga. NTT ini tidak bisa hanya dikotomi hanya sekedar dapil. Dapil itu cuma urusan cari suara kok. Dan Ansi Lema